What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're here for the first time, welcome. I hope you're doing well. You are exactly where you should be. It is a good channel and we're happy to have you here. But I know it's been some time since I've last uploaded. It's currently April 4th, and over the last 2 months I've really been trying to work on myself and taking different areas of my life to the next level. My personal life, my health, my business, all different areas. YouTube, it does take a little bit of time. It does take a little bit of, my focus away, sometimes putting the camera on what I'm doing instead of me being present in what I'm doing. So for example, my workouts, am I really pushing through, or am I more so setting it up to get a good shot? My business, it's like, hey, am I really focused on what I'm trying to create, or am I just trying to set up the camera to, show that I'm working, right? And what I started to think about was like, a lot of the things that are going on in my life right now are the same exact reasons why I started my YouTube channel, to really document the journey. But this is the exact time that I want to be documenting. And the main thing that I started to realize was like, me not being present was just an excuse. Me being like, oh, it's affecting this or whatever. It was just an excuse to, not have another task that I wanted to do. And basically I'm saying this, and I'm gonna, end this intro here in a second, dive back into the video, is like, I really want to start documenting everything that I'm working on. And doesn't mean that I'm gonna put it all out necessarily right now, but just documenting it and showing you guys, some of the clips, because I'm at the exact point right now where things are, A, starting to grow, B, I'm starting to get into a zone where I'm producing a lot, better work, or putting some things out there into the world behind Project Life. Project Life is, the name of my business. I want to build it up to, a company one day, and that's part of the journey. And right now, it's not really off the ground, right? And that's like the challenge that we face right now, or that I face right now, is being able to pick it up off the ground. And I want to document that. This way you guys can see every step that I'm taking, and almost a progression, right? I always said this when I first started, and this is my final point here, is I don't want this to be the channel where it's like, hey, I hit $100,000 a month, $1 million a year, and I'm like, oh, come to my YouTube channel now because this is what we're doing. I want those people that are grinding right now, whether it's school, their career, their business, to see this progression of what it takes, and sticking with it, right? I feel like a lot of that time is not really ever documented. I feel like a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, I struggled for 5 years, 6 years, but I stayed with it. But for us internally, it's tough to stick with something for 5 or 6 years and then hope that it's just gonna work out, right? But I want to document that process here, and let you guys see that real time, because I don't think a lot of people put that fully transparent stuff out there. But that's all on the intro. If you're new here, again, welcome. If you are, if you've been here, welcome again. Happy to see you guys. Be sure to comment down below, anything new that's taken on or taken place in your life. And we're gonna dive back into this video, do some work. It's 7:24 a.m. Already got my workout in, and then we have a call at 11 a.m. We're just gonna work, but more importantly, we're gonna have fun with it. I'll check in with you guys soon. What's going on, you guys? So it is currently 10:06, just got upstairs. I usually do my middle of the day towards end of day all up in my room, also my office, but yes, it is my room, and I kind of do that this way. It's almost like me doing my morning work sessions, and then I have the opportunity to walk upstairs where I feel like I'm walking into the office, even though it's my bedroom. So that's what took place. I usually eat breakfast at 9 a.m. I got to get back into the better routine of recording everything because I did have some hard-boiled eggs and some yogurt, but unfortunately did not record any of that until my mom was like, shoot, I should have recorded some of that. But that's okay. We're learning, we're growing, just like you guys are doing as you're watching. Which is an awesome thing, right? You might be able to do that by Wednesday, Thursday, and now that's a huge win to really celebrate. But now it's like, when that doesn't happen, right? When we don't bang it out that quick, now it's like, how do we still stay present and not be super upset that we didn't accomplish that? Because then when we get upset, what happens? Things get pushed off and then we don't, accomplish it at all. So I just went ahead, wrapped up that call for this Monday morning, getting ready to, dive into some other deep work stuff. But I just wanted to start the conversation. I know I said about waiting till, my walk to go about the title of this video, how to stay more organized in your school, your life, your business, any type of work that you're doing. And it's it simply comes down to one of like the best tips that I can say, and something that I use all the time, is just having a written schedule. I know a lot of times people, get super busy in their life, right? As we get older, there is different priorities that we take on, whether it's, getting married, having kids, a more stressful job, a job that has more responsibility, right? A business that continues to grow and scale, taking up more and more of your time. And being organized, one of the best things is just like understanding exactly where your time is going every single day, every single week, every single month, and really being able to understand, hey, where's all my time going? Where's your focus right now, right? Are you seeing the progress that you're making? And if you're not, it's like, do you understand what you're doing on a day-to-day basis? One of the main things that I struggled with when I was growing up, I'm still growing up, I'm still learning every single day, but one of the main things that I used to struggle with when I wasn't able to move things forward was that I was constantly thinking like, oh, I'm busy, I'm busy. I wanted to appear busy, I wanted to look busy, but I wasn't being busy in good ways that were helping me move things forward that I was working on, and so with that, right, when I was able to really understand my time, right, if somebody were to ask me, and this actually happened, they're like, what do you mean you're always busy? Like, how are you always busy? And I couldn't answer the question on the spot. And I was like, wow, I'll be honest, like, I'm thrown off right now, right? Because I thought I had a good understanding. I was like, oh, I'm working on, X, Y, and Z. But then when I was asked the question of where is my time going, how am I always busy, what am I busy on, I couldn't give a breakdown of like, hey, I'm working on this, hey, I'm working on that, hey, I'm working on, this. But really why I couldn't give that answer was because even if I was sitting in my room on my computer, at the time I was working on a positivity website that, didn't grow anywhere. And with that, like, I was just at my computer plugging away, clicking buttons, making things look pretty. I was playing busy, or I was playing business, but I wasn't really building a business, right? And as I grew older and as I started being able to move things forward a little bit more, it was because I understood where my time was going. Hey, where am I wasting my time? Where am I, making the most out of my time? Or how could I be using my time even better? So that is the very, very start of the thing, is I think having a written journal or calendar. This way you can really track what you're doing on a daily basis, where you're going to be having your schedule set up for the upcoming day. And I'm going to dive a little bit further into detail, but we're going to dive into some work first. Got some time before our 1 p.m. call. It is 12:03. Yo. All right, just finished a light little jog. Wanted to hop on here, wrap up this video. We already talked about how to be more organized in your life, right? 100%, just by understanding where our time is being allocated every single day, right? Where we're wasting it, or where we could put more time to be able to help us achieve our goals. But the second thing, or the two tips that I want to kind of do to feed off of that, is the importance of writing it down. Everybody has preference. A lot of times people are, in today's world wanting to be more digital, right? Because it's super, super quick. But I think the importance of writing down our schedule is because, one, as we knew growing up, right, a lot of teachers say taking notes is the most important thing, because when we're putting it down on pen and paper, right, the way our mind is processing it to put it into there, we're paying more attention to the information that we're writing, right? Ultimately helping us retain that information and use it, at a later date. So the benefits there within, just going on our computer and typing in the notes just to kind of store it there in an easy way, right? But the second side to that is because of the distractions and the negative effects that our, phone hold. Social media, getting caught scrolling on there, wasting time every single day, right? We're all aware of that. We're all aware of the negative effects. So how can we limit those distractions? And a lot of this comes into play by us writing down our schedule, right? We don't have the urge to go onto our phone to check our schedule, which then leads to, and I'm still very guilty of it, and that's why my planner is written down. And if you don't believe that, I have a planner video if you go back probably 2.5 months. But the importance of writing it down limits that distraction, that urge to go on our phone, because what happens is we go into our phone, hey, let me just put this in real quick because it's the easiest thing. We almost always have our phone. We almost always have a smartphone, right, in today's world. So you could go on apps like Google Calendar, you could go on Notion, which I love Notion, right? Easily accessible. But the problem is what happens in that short period of time, just like what happens in our mind when we go to bad habits, is that urge to say, hey, you know what, let me just check Instagram for 5 minutes. I do that too sometimes, and you go on there, but it doesn't turn out to be 5 minutes. I catch myself 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, being like, what the hell did I come on here for anyway, right? Came on there for nothing beneficial. So write down your schedule, write down your planner. Let your mind understand and be able to visualize what your upcoming day looks like, what your current day looks like, right? Understanding where all your time is being spent. Whew. All right, let me collect my thoughts. Let me collect my breath. That's a wrap though on the video. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy to be back, hopping on here for YouTube, sharing with you guys. So much more to share. You guys are on this journey, right? Wherever this journey is leading to, right? That's already worked out in the future. But wherever we're heading there together. Appreciate all your support. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the subscriptions, subscribing, whatever the word is. And ultimately, you commenting down. Nothing better than engaging, hearing what you guys want to see, hearing what you guys like to see. And I feel like I keep hearing a door open, but I can't find it. But I'll chat with you guys soon. Have a good one.